guys. I'm a little late. I was on the phone with my husband. He's on a trip right now, so I'm here holding down the house. I suggest you don't come to visit me. It's not it's not wise to bother a Viking Shield maiden when she's home alone because sh- she comes armed. Anyway, I want to talk a little bit today. So John Lasseter, quote unquote, resigned from Pixar. 2 weeks ago, a Disney executive told Forbes magazine they were going to move him to a different spot. At that time, John Campea jumped down Kennedy's throat. Scott Mendelson did. Jeremy Johns did. Screen Rant did. And a bunch of the other garbage tier websites did. That pretty much is the signal, y'all, that Lasseter is likely going to succeed Kathleen Kennedy. They ought to just announce it now, as far as I'm concerned. I don't like waiting around. I think it's bullshit, especially since the word is out. I really don't like the secrecy. And the stuff with Kelly Marie Tran is she didn't delete her account. She disabled it because she's filming a movie. She signed an NDA, right? She's in Scotland. That's why. Hey, Mara, how are you? Just kind of talking about the news of the day and kind of trying to get a grip on everything. Hey, Takare, what's up? Mind if I have a glass of wine? Because it's that time. Cheers. Oh, Mara. The summer colds are the worst. Oh, thanks, Paul. Well, I mean, I'm not sure if I'm right, but it just seems odd that they're not firing him. They're that whole story in Forbes. They're moving him elsewhere, and then Campea's like, 5 reasons why Kathleen Kennedy needs to be fired and stuff. And then, Jeremy John said it, and then Scott Mendelson was like, well, I think it would be better if she, and then I've got the fugitive on in the back. See, watch. See, here's the fugitive. There's Harrison Ford. There's his hand. See? He's shaving. What a great movie. This is what I do when my husband's at home. Anyway, but yeah, it's just the timing. It is an awesome movie. Hey, totally not SEO Robot. Okay, all right, I got that. Hello, Mr. Pensack. Greetings from east of you. So, anyway, I'm just I'm thinking I'm right about Lasseter, and I think he's going to bring in his own people, which is why things are changing, which is why Hidalgo has only tweeted a couple of times really about us awful people, us horrible people that don't like, I'm from Wisconsin, of course I would, Penzak. Back to what I was saying, us awful people that don't like The Last Jedi because objectively it was a bad movie. All right. I got into an argument with somebody named Mercury Seth or something like that over on John Talk Star Wars. He was going full tilt boogie on how great Solo was. And I was like, no, it's not. Yeah, I am too. Boo frickety who. Mr. Keeper of the Flame, Keeper of the Lore, and, he basically does a 180 and does everything in the opposite line of what Lucas wanted. I mean, basically the way George said, they kicked him to the curb. That's like me saying, well, Dad, you gotta go. No, no. I mean, that's basically what it was. And Lassiter, I know, Lucas is keeper of the lore. Oh, Mercury, oh, so he's a Raylo homo? He's a Kyle Ren fag? Cool. Great. Great. I know a lot of women who are fag hags who don't have actual straight relationships with men because they hang out, with gay guys. And I have a lot of gay friends, but I don't hang out with them, if you know what I mean. So, anyway, I just want to say that. I don't know why. So, I don't know. I mean, he took off that kill all billionaires and turn them into mulch thing. And they put something else on there, but he still kept he's angry at the Mouse House thing. So I don't know if he's really fired or not, but I think he probably is. I think if Lassiter is the guy that the fight is to see who lives and who dies right now. Because I think he's going to bring in his own people. Damn, that's a fine looking man. Wait a minute, I'm sorry. There's a movie on. And he's going to bring in his own people, and that's what he's going to do, okay? So, Lassiter worked for Lucas as an innovator in computer generated animation. That's why he got fired from Disney in the first place. And they took him in at Disney at Digital Something Studios, and then that was sold to Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs changed the name to Pixar, and there you go. And that's where Lassiter came from. So he has had two huge icons in just creativity. Brad Bird? I don't know who Brad Bird is. So you guys got to understand, this channel's about a year and maybe 2 months old. And I just wanted to put it together because I needed a vent. And I couldn't. I lay there in bed one night thinking, objectively, The Force Awakens is a really bad, kind of a bad movie. And I didn't like the way they treated Han and Leia at all. I wouldn't doubt it, but here's what I think is going to happen is I think Dave Filoni, who has never said anything bad to anybody, stays on in a bigger role. And, okay, well, that's great. Ethan's on, so I expect a bunch of you to leave. But Dave Filoni will stay on in a bigger role. And I think Lassiter would bring in his own people. I really don't see any place for Carrie Hart or Lin-Manuel Brennan. There's a video of Lin-Manuel Brennan talking about more women being represented in Star Wars. I don't know what that means. I mean, I don't get what they want. Because in The Last Jedi, everybody was a woman. And they failed. Yeah, I do too, Mara. I do too. Yeah, clean house. Completely clean house. I mean, and oh, by the way, that tweet from Ryan Johnson, it was really funny. And I put that kid's giggle on the video. But he was talking about some game. Jared, they can't get that unless they get people that can write, that care. I think part of Pablo Hidalgo's problem is that he's been doing this for over 20 years now. And I personally think it's time for him to find a different job. I think his biggest problem is he's apathetic and doesn't care anymore. I, you know, I have it on good authority that JJ is really pissed off. Hey, Mr. Pete. I have it on good authority that JJ is really angry at Ryan Johnson because he left him nothing. Nothing. I mean, there's nothing there for him to. What is he going to do? And I honestly think, you know what? I'm going to tell you guys to do something because we'll be able to tell just by the way Hamill's tweeting what's going on. Because I do think that Mark Hamill's going to be in this movie in some way. Yeah, 10 Resistance members. Isn't that nice? Isn't that great? Hey, Jeff. Yo. Yo, my friend. Cheers. In the background, we've got Tommy Lee Jones chasing Harrison Ford through a dam, and it's pretty intense. You know what? I think people did stand up for us, but they're not. They're talking through surrogates in a way. Yeah, they're going to have to retcon it. And I know everyone doesn't, oh no, you can't do that. I don't understand how that's going to happen. This is my philosophy. I'm not a huge fan of J.J. Abrams. I don't like what he did with Star Trek. But I'm not a huge Star Trek fan, so I'm not emotionally invested in it. I mean, my favorite Star Trek movie was Star Trek 4, because it was a funny, great movie. Abrams at least tries to be a fan. He cares about what he's putting out there. And the people that are friends of mine that talk to me are telling me he is pissed off at Ryan Johnson. Yeah, no, we are the fandom. For every Raylo out there going, oh, Kyle Ron, I just, or Kyle Ron, he's just so awesome. Iron Inquisitor, it's like there are 50 of us going, Jesus, shut the hell up. We don't know. You know what? Go watch 50 Shades of Stupid. Okay, just you're not a Star Wars fan. If you like Raylo, you are not a Star Wars fan. No, it doesn't. It doesn't in the Star Wars universe. And these girls, they lost Edward Cullen. Yes, he does need to die. I mean, you know what's interesting is I saw Hidalgo a long time ago on Twitter tell some Raylo saying that Kyle Ron was beyond redemption. All right. And that told me that they're not planning on turning him. I don't read that shit. Why would you read that? Oh my God, I am going to link to you my favorite fanfic. You'll read it and it'll erase everything out of there. Much better. You'll read it. Anyway, I mean, no, you don't read Raylo. Never read Raylo. Why would you? Why? Oh yeah, there we go. So anyway, yep, we got Tommy Lee Jones saying he wants dogs on one side of the river, patrols on the other. Meanwhile, Harrison Ford is running for his life. I love this movie, The Fugitive. It's such a great movie. I almost turned on A New Hope, but I didn't. We don't have our DVD player set up, so yeah, The Fugitive. It is a great movie. I mean, this is back in 1989, I think this was made. They still knew how to make great movies. I mean, and movie stars. I mean, they don't have movie stars anymore. Scott was trying to tell me that Alan Ehrenreich did a great job, and I'm like, no, he didn't. I haven't seen the movie, and I know he didn't do a good job. Because people that I trust, like even Van Sciver said, no, he's not Han Solo. When you have a woman who's a huge Harrison Ford fan to go to this movie to watch it, walking away going, you know, you just know. It's not that. It's not gonna happen. So anyways, yeah, so I'm watching The Fugitive. And the man looks pretty miserable here. Crawling out of the water. Well, you know, it depends. If they do bring in Lasseter with a new outlook, you know, and I don't know. I mean, I like Dave Filoni, but one of my more hysterical viewers, whose name I'm not going to mention, screams that he doesn't like the EU every time. Do what live? Do what live? I just missed that because I was looking over there. What live? Oh, you guys should have seen Kay tonight. I didn't have enough time to lunge her like I wanted to and to ride. So I just took her out on the lunge line and put a halter. We had our 10%. Crazy tonight. Bucking, kicking at me, being a freak. And then and running as fast as she could around me in circles. And I'm like, holding on for my dear life because I didn't want her to start dragging me. And then finally she breaks into a trot. Finally, at the end because I play music that's timed so I know when to stop her. I slowed her down and said, whoa, and she just dropped her head and she was done. Then she was great. I mean, Rowan Johnson, I don't think has a trilogy. I'm really gonna be honest with that. I don't think he does. I hope you're right because this person who's freaked out about him not caring about the EU is really adamant, and I literally had to delete the comment because it was all in caps. And you don't do that. Just don't. I don't have time. All right, we'll do that live. Oh, we woke up in a pile of leaves. Dude, that's gotta be cold. Anyway, all right, so we're back. This is such a great movie. But I always thought Tommy Lee Jones overacted in this. I sometimes actually do what I call movie musics on Facebook, where all my friends can see it, and it's hashtag movie musings as I'm watching a movie. And I would love to do one with The Last Jedi so I could rip it apart, but I don't want to buy it. I don't want to buy it. I don't want to buy it from like Best Buy or something. I don't want to give them money. I want to get it secondhand, so I'm waiting to like walk into Ollie's and see it in a discount rack. Because I'll be like, it's $2. Yes! And then I can trash it. Seriously. Yeah, it did, and I haven't seen U.S. Marshals. Yes, I remember when Jones was in Batman. 3 weeks. I know, episode 8 is like, you can't go to see a Star Wars movie now without having Luke milking a sea cow burned in your brain, Leia flying through space like Mary friggin' Poppins, burned in your brain. and then everything else. Oh, I would love it just to rip it apart. It is, and I don't know. Well, I want to ask you guys a question. If you took a character that Harrison Ford really cared about, like Indy, and they pulled in a complete opposite on him, how do you think he would have felt? Because Luke tossing Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber over his shoulder was a complete F you to George Lucas. I think Ford would have looked at the director saying, I'm not effing doing that. I'm not. And he would have walked away. You know, I think Mark just said no. I think he should stand up for himself. I really wish Carrie hadn't passed away because I think she probably would have been on our side on this. Oh, he'd have been pissed off. I mean, there are things I don't get about The Force Awakens, but the undignifying shit wasn't nearly as bad as what they did to Mark. It was, and it was intentional. It really, really was. Zach at Mad Talk TV was saying that, because I haven't seen it, the director and the Jedi, but Johnson ran around the set giggling like a little girl. I can't. I don't know what possessed anybody to think he would have done a good job. I really, really don't. I would have been like the guy from Looper. No. See? No, she wasn't kidding. I mean, can you imagine? Here's a veteran movie star, actress, writer who could write dialogue as well as Shakespeare. Hey, Etheria, what's up? You know, having to put up with the garbage that Johnson, had them. I've been so goddamn mad. Jake Skywalker. Oh, I know she was. She helped write one of my favorite movies, Working Girl. Have you seen that? Mara Jade, Stephanie B, if you're out there, if you haven't seen that, you gotta see that movie. You gotta see that movie. That is a perfect movie for the end of the 80s. It's oh my God. Melanie Griffith and her hair at first. Oh God. A great movie. I love that movie so much. Oh my God, I love it. I really do. You're not a secretary. You're a secretary. Hey, little son, what's up? It's not even leather. Or when she's showing how the chandelier goes up and down, it's for cleaning. And then Alec Baldwin plays a big jackass. I mean, he's really not doing much for himself. He's playing himself. Oh my God. Anyway, so yeah, I think Lasseter is the guy. I really, really do. I mean, seriously, Deep Pensac, he was playing himself. I'm not kidding. I mean, I'm like, that's really not a reach. You know? Anyway. Yes, I think Lasseter's the guy. Disney said 2 or maybe even 3 weeks ago to Forbes that they were looking to place him somewhere else. And then Campea started ripping on Kennedy along with that. Where did Jeremy Jahns go, by the way? That's still a mystery no one can explain. And Scott Mendelson, who should be fired from Forbes. I met Steve Forbes. It's hard to believe Scott Mendelson works for him. Oh, ballet dancer. Yo. Hey, you're not too far away from me if you're up in New Jersey. Well, Campea got word that Kennedy was out and Lasseter was in, and that's what happened. I mean, that's what I'm surmising, and that's my practiced political eye saying that. All right, that's just me seeing stuff that happened on Capitol Hill. I know what bullshit looks like because I've seen people spin it. I've spun it, so I know what it is. That fucker. Stephen Colbert. We have friends in common, and if I ever meet him, I'm going to squash him like the little bug he is. I have a friend, his name shall not be mentioned, who swears up and down the guy's a pedophile. I don't think he is, but he's creepy. But yeah, if I ever run into him, I'll let him have it for all of us. So anyway. Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Steve Pensack. Turning around Star Wars. I am one of those people that think you can, but you gotta have the right people, and you've got to be honest, brutally honest, and basically be scorched earth about it, and basically explain to the people at The Last Jedi that liked it, and actually even the people that liked The Force Awakens, that's not Star Wars. When we're done with what we're doing, when you see what we're doing, you'll like it better. And that's the way you sell it. Basically tell them, you don't know our 3 heroes the way you should. They were short sold to you. We've got a better thing. And then do it. And just do it. And let the chips fall where they may. Right now, no one's got anything to lose. Really, no one's got anything to lose. So, anyway. Guys, I'm really hungry. I haven't had dinner yet. And I just want to stop in and say hi. Here we go. See, there we are. We're talking to our friend. He's getting him some money. And, I'm about ready to peter out here. I'm going to watch my movie. Thank you. Love you guys. Thanks. Go over to Uncle Ethan because I know he's on now. Well, this is actually a great room. The living room is the library. Someday I'll do this from the library. And you'll like the library. There's a lot of really cool stuff in there. But anyway, all right, you guys have a good night. Go to Uncle Ethan. And Mara, cheers. Be well. See y'all tomorrow.